Hey guys, everybody doing? Are you doing great? Hey Olivia. Please excuse my typo. Fancy. To be honest, not really. I forgot my phone in my car and it was so late I didn't get it, so I couldn't play the rain sounds I normally play when I try to fall asleep. So I couldn't fall asleep at all. Yay! Now, it's not my favorite time of the day. It's just the real time of the day. Exactly. It was absolutely worth it. How accurate. I mean, they're like 1 or 2 seconds between. More about you and how you like things like data. Wish we had more sliders. Sliders together, new data, and you can't get it. Should be ready the next time you put up the game. I actually didn't watch it because the second part was actually fucking hard. Like, it was not just you have to be like, oh, you have to press a button. Really, sometimes I would just nearly die because of lag. In the end, I even put off the model just to make sure I don't crash. But we found another ending yesterday.
The story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
I will, don't worry. We'll take a stream or so and watch it together.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone.
Here, Olivia, I show you the other ending we found yesterday. While I was trying to describe to Dino what the game is about, we found this ending. Geronimo!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure.
Oh,
and
go
its
ahead and praise
examination of
him.
structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Last time I said no, this is yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So
It is
just
a
to
very
push the
fun
envelope,
place.
I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how
Oh,
long you
it's
can
a
endure.
challenge.
There once was a man named Stanley. People considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What
the-
Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day.
It is great.
But his brain had long ceased to function.
But you can't make it as miserable as the baby ending, so...
Lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Exactly. It was in excruciating pain. So the question, does it just continue like this, or is this the ending? I don't want to miss any dialogue. But I mean, you see, I managed again to get myself into some conflicted ending. But the music is good. I ended. Okay, I think there's nothing more coming. Or? Wait. Wait. Wait a minute. Case. I think he is done. Yeah, I'm not waiting for hours again. Besides, I waited a minute. It's fine pressing buttons for 4 hours, but I'm not staring into this white void for 4 hours.
Gone.
My
What could it
poor
be?
eyes.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But we will still go to the baby ending, guys. You know that, right? Have to go back there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the
Oh,
door.
I finished it. I finished the 4 hours.
This was not the correct way to the meeting.
It took me 4 hours. But I did it. But there's one thing left that we haven't done there.
Worth admiring. But eager to get back to business,
I mean, we got to the baby ending with ignoring everything the narrator says or going like straight against him.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Haven't followed him.
Really, I'm not.
You have to follow him.
Investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone...
Oh, that was close.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yep.
What?
You forced me 4 hours to press buttons. My fingers are hurting.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully. This is important.
We have to go through the red door.
Red door.
But I don't want to walk through this red door. I want to walk through the other red door.
Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're
this one
communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to go through the tiny red door.
Trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Oh no, the loop.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Which one do we want to go, guys? That decision is very hard to make. Which door should we go? I'm pretty sure they are the same. Left, right, none. We have to go through one door. Right is always right. Okay, 2 people want the right door. Then let's go the right door. I don't think that is part of the game, I hope. Okay, we walked in the back room.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's actually beautiful.
If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Oh.
I feel happy.
I have a feeling we die if we stay here. Question. Whoa. So there are 2 things we could do. We could go walk back, or we could try to jump off the platform. What should we do? Jump? Okay, we cannot jump. But I enjoy the narrator. Who is the narrator? And the narrator is not talking. I think it's a loop. Different colors. Okay, rise up again. Rise towards the center again. Slightly wrong game. I think it's a loop, so let's leave.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Oh, what's... Oh, broken game.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh no!
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Oh no, I guess I can't jump. Well, guys, it was nice to know you. Geronimo! Oh.
Thank God.
Oh, we have to do this again.
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
How do we want to jump off this time? A bit speed? Oh, 360 no scope, okay.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Okay, 300. I have no clue how to do this, but I can turn 360.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Not entirely.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
Oh, you sound so sad. I'm sorry. Could you not just like spawn like a sponge or like water or anything down there? I mean, it's his game.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Don't worry, Olivia. I will go back in this room.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The interesting thing is actually that we became... Ooh! Should we go through here? Yeah, let's go through.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Should be a... Close it. Literally cannot close it. Able to... Oh no! I don't like this. Where are...
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
That is great!
Step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
How was the narrator so critic?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Oh no.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh my god! I can't jump anymore. Bad.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Another elevator?
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
I mean...
New content? Then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the book. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for trying the new content!
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
You and me having a great time together like always. Was 4 hours sitting in a room. That's new. Where are we? That's up as we're normally at.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something. Oh, You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you?
I'm-
Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
That looks like the normal hallway. So I guess I go through the vent.
Never mind. You're not a dork.
Wait. Oh, that. I hope I could loop him. Yeah, we venting. Coffee nut. I have to say, I'm very confused about this game sometimes.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What the?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories
It's
so I
so
can relive
cool.
the experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
That's a beautiful place, not gonna lie.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable
Don't
was
forget.
before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Back then, I had like one video game. And that was Skyrim. Stanley Parable Indie Box Collector Edition. An Independent Game Festival award they won. Or not. Or what they wanted to win. Aw, sad Olivia. See you soon. The original remake. Express game. Look how old every picture looks. Like all the old Windows things. Smile because it happened. A trip down memory lane. $1. Oh, that's like the demo version? That's cool. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Is that an achievement for that? Unachievable. It's impossible to get this award. Reward. New York Times, new video game releasing today. Creator surprisingly down to earth. Podcast goes. Oh. It's tough choices. In love memory. Oh, it's a guinea pig. It's so cute. What the shoot? Okay, there we go. I stay for the song. I have to tell Coin that we're listening to a French song. We listen to a friend's song. I try to summon the duck or le duck. It's a nice song. It's fake 3D flower graphics. They remind me on Skyrim. It's a nice song. He's too busy to do slave work anyway, under the beak. I didn't have him for slave work in for a month, so that was a really nice song. Oh, let's continue. The Action Award. Here.
Over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com.
Don't read any reviews.
And I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all
Okay, bye-bye.
It's nothing. It's no games at all.
See you
It isn't even
tomorrow.
a Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
How to review a game like this? Have any product? This ruination. Illusion of physicality of the game is tight. About the clear users and the birds that can have fun of holding the game to extend. Right. So how do you review a game? It has become the now Stanley Parable HD, the full-scale remake of one of the mods available on. How do you discuss it and analyze it and recommend it? Quite simple, you don't. Flawless victory. Games rate 10 aren't perfect and nothing is, but they came as close as you could get in a given genre. And the new must-have game in the sector, we're talking pure classy. I got more reviews or the Destructoid score guide. I could go up or down. Okay, cannot go down. Person of the year. Ooh, stuff from how they developed it.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Guys, I have to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry. The disability, I don't know, I should call it. It's not flying, it's not gliding. You can do it, I believe in you.
No!
He's gone again!
Why?
Hey, how did your sub run out? Oh, have you guys seen that? Oh gosh, I'm an idiot. What are you doing? Yeah, you're you're also on my stream, so don't worry about that. Nope. I'm not your parent. Check everything. I mean, that's the reason why I started counting. What was that? Are you coming, Nikki, or you're just so slow? You should have seen that. It was hilarious.
I got axolotl on top of my head. Oh, there goes that.
You might need a bit of help to get 5. Okay. Great. I have no clue what it was. I know that red was in the corner. This seems...
Hi there, Mr. Baby Zombie. Let me introduce you to this knife. I can't hit him! What the fuck? Ah! Oh, shit. Ah!
Ah, Snum is not online.
No, I'll send you it. Ah, I closed your Twitch. God damn it.
I nearly fell down like 5 minutes of work. But that saved me. And I just had to repeat like 10 seconds.
So, Coin, my birthday was nearly a month ago, and I did share a 24-hour stream because I said, jokingly, if we get to the 30 followers, King. What have I done? Where was I rude? I still have to find the burgle device. I mean, this... Wait. We just have to wait a second longer. I rushed it too much. I found one too. I found one in the boys' room. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's hunting. Me, stop eating my shoe! Bird, stop it! It's no food! It's no food! Hey, how did your sub run out? Oh, have you guys seen that? Oh gosh, I'm an idiot. Only if you're not live. Did anyone catch what's written there? No one? Ask me again. And stay there. Stay a bit further away from the lava. Okay, now ask me again. Ask me again what I would do if you move out. So it's nether. Sorry that it took so long, guys. Let's continue, okay? And hi, Chris. Proper text ready for your game project. I just realized. Serious room. Do I wanna go in there? Don't tell me I actually need the jumps.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh no, that are the bad memories.
God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Sure. Not recommend.
I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Oh no!
Funny? I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parabel. But the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I think I have to go back and try out if I can jump or not outside of the jumping circle. The serious room looks interesting.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't.
Oh no, he's getting sad.
A memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people
No, he's getting
Perhaps the
sad.
isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
How dare you, Cookie Line?
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only
Uh-oh.
reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Nothing behind here?
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, no, no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards. The deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet.
Oh, he's looping.
245. Got the logic of elimination working.
So I assume I have to press the skip button.
To manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choice.
But I don't want to skip. It feels mean to skip.
And so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you
Okay.
see, blah, 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 blah,
I guess I have to.
blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much.
Oh, oh, that's interesting. We finally have like a thing that shows us where the middle is.
Working backwards. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound...
But I hope I don't skip anything important.
If I had to
An
describe
ending
it,
or
I'd say it was
so.
perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise, or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time you made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see,
I have no clue what he's talking about.
things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it.
I have no clue what these words mean.
Manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone. It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations.
What?
Here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise.
Should I skip?
Manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise.
Okay, if Chris says no, I have to do it.
Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam.
You would have to check out the rate. It says actually a rating of Cookie 9.
Change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
That's a good idea.
That would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best...
Yep, but I mean...
Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
What? Okay, yes, we skip again.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of...
Wait, the button is the door. The door's gone.
Well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's... Well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about.
The door is gone, guys. We cannot leave.
We not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the
Thank
door...
you.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before.
Yes, there was one.
Gotten into the room in the first place. I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort or a window or something like that.
Yeah, in this building.
Porthole, a sufficiently large crack in the wall. I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could say
Yeah!
your body into the wall?
Doesn't work.
Damage is done for you to be able to.
Yeah!
I'll take any option at all.
Nope.
I'm asking you to work with me here.
Yeah!
We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip
Okay,
button.
let's
Please.
don't press the
Please
skip
do
button.
not press the skip button.
Okay, I understood you.
Wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
Yeah! Boom. Ah! Boom. Ah! Oh, hey, Alert. You back? Ah! 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 I don't think running against the wall is helping. Not gonna lie. Ah! 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 I don't think it works.
Stanley, please.
Oh, we were
don't push
gone
the button
for at
again.
least
It's
half.
12 hours. You've
What?
just been frozen there. I don't know why
Oh,
the skips are
oh, the
getting longer.
lights are getting out.
Getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you?
Why wouldn't I?
And I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative
Thing that anyone ever says about
The
me.
merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child.
He uses so many words.
Myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am,
Fierce.
stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone. And I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control.
Well, he's still talking.
It's just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship.
Oh,
Howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh no.
oh, the poor narrator.
Leaving me again.
I feel so bad.
And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my
Ah,
head.
wait, he's looping.
Ignore the negative feedback.
He's looping
Why was it so
again.
important for
Let's skip him.
Stanley? You're back.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
there's only one light left.
You again. Stanley, been a week.
The plant is dead.
I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't.
Yep, I enjoy being such a bully. It's the person I bully. Being a narrator in a video game, you're supposed to bully.
That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up.
There's a camera up there.
I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear, because maybe
Ah, damn, I forgot something.
you can hear me. There may be...
Nope, you're not real. I do not pity you.
I'm not just
I did.
fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something.
Oh, the
I am
poor
being listened to. I am being
narrator.
recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning to such coldness. Come.
That's
Let us
weird, the
stand
lightning here.
here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
So we have a weird camera over there, and we have some weird lightning over here. Huh.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything.
It's literally brighter than before.
So much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin
Okay.
with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of
Nothing
it collapsed
changed.
down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself.
Ah, I was wondering what you mean with Nate.
Heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome.
Now,
It
Nato
was
is something
entirely
different.
a question of free will that you and I have
Nate is
sworn over
better, I
for
think.
There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. the spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you must say to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day
He missed us.
you as well.
He won't acknowledge us, but he missed us.
I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual.
And now he hates us.
I can only do this, only this one thing. Perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Nate's villain arc? Confirmed? Did Nate die? It's interesting because I hear like a train or so. The clock is gone. This peeping makes me insane. I'm
I
gonna...
didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition.
You're
But where are the jokes? Where
back!
are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed,
Oh,
they
the-
gnashed their teeth and said,
The clock was here the entire
It
time.
wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world, as though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of us. But of course, absolutely.
He doesn't even realize we're back.
We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being.
I know.
Have they been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our
He is
entertainment
angry,
now our
Nate.
lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are.
I mean, if we think about the last time he talked, we were gone for years. And if we are gone longer and longer, then it might now be 10 years, 100 years or so.
Find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves.
What do you mean we will see the end of the game at this rate?
What a reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which...
Oh, the end of time. Oh, I'm blind, sorry.
Point of a reasonable and collected discourse. They're
Maybe
the
we
ones
do.
who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of
No.
me
I mean,
using
you
my
know.
name
I
to
don't
try to
know.
say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment.
But you still have access to the reviews. I'm really surprised.
contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized, at last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so content with themselves, they couldn't help but leave a negative
Exactly.
review on Steam.
Hey, that's how it went.
It says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison, perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amused them endlessly from start to finish.
I mean, you're amusing me.
Understand, the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much. They said,
Oh, he's looping again.
entertain us. Now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency.
I wish it would be easier to tell when he starts looping again. Water is dropping from the ceiling. This fire thingy doesn't work anymore, seemingly.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the.
Nope. You know, it's not dripping anymore, it's like raining. Everything will be wet the next time I wake up. Or tear it down. That works too. That works too, I guess. Oh, sunlight! Let's go! Oh, the plant did not survive. Why can't it just like try to climb out there now? Oh, the plants are back! It's beautiful, isn't it? Exactly, Mother Nature is winning in the end, no matter what. Never mind. How about we leave? I don't know. I don't like this. Button, 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 button! It just reminded me way too much at horror games. Nothing is left. A million of years? If it increases every time we skip? Oh. Wait, that ending is confusing, okay?
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, now we have to go back to the red door. Okay, well... Nate! Okay.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting.
It was hard to not notice your sign. Oh, this time we go this way. No, I think we went this way the last time too. Or new content.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy.
Yeah, I agree.
This ultra deluxe nonsense, I say we take it one step even further.
What?
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh my god! Let's go!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Inventor showcase. Investor showcase.
Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future.
Photos.
It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
I like the design. It's very futuristic. I like this office. Seems a nice place to work. First mod TSP, second better TSP. It's win-win. Sequel mid-share. Prediction shift synergy. Brick and mortar approach. Club client-centric marketing. The color red average holistic value. They're back. 2 doors. New content is out. New content is about content. Page 2 is in. Old bastard. New hotness. Growing section of the chart. Cool red section of the chart. The cool red section of the chart is really important, right? Ooh, different logo designs. They're actually pretty cool. I like this one down there with the 2 and like the lettering. Oh, the fern. Oh, 2 Stanleys. Will it have be multiplayer integration?
Yeah, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely...
And there's never the end again.
Interesting concepts,
From the sign pitch break. Pitch the sign. Number... Twice, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 2 arms, 2 legs. Took the red marker. Me. Who took the red marker? Me. I love this. And I did not pay attention to whatever Stanley just said, to be honest. There are a lot of cool logo designs, to be honest. Let's wait to the show floor. Lucky you. New features. New content. Yeah, something that will never happen RL can now experience in this Stanley Parable. Another beautiful constructed
Go on, try out some of the new features.
the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Oh, that's dangerous as a streamer. Let's look at the merge. The end is never the end again. This feature is the best new feature. I saw the new content. A bucket? Let's check out a bucket. How interesting can a bucket be?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind.
It is a bucket.
It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes,
Actually, yes, I can.
is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that this has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Can I place it back? Yes, no. Do I now have to carry around this bucket?
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this.
Yes.
I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloon. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
That was someday?
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
The jump circle again.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
No, I want more jumps! I hate you. Okay, wait, we were here. We were there. New features, new contents, new ideas. Consist quality with just the right amount of change. Update, ray traced, more of the same, but in a good way. Red is the new orange. A whole new office. No! No, I'm not going through that game again. I will let it just burn! Burn! And never come back! I'm in the...
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with
Yeah, nope, I make sure.
The game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that
I'm not getting doxxed. See you in a second.
Now, the button
Well-
only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Okay, hi guys, I'm
I
Jim.
want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim,
Holding a weird
seizing
bucket
all
as a
world's
Jim.
possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button. Jim. Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a... That was you! The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Okay, okay.
Jim. It hits even harder the second time.
Why
If
does
this
it
were
feel
the
so
only game
bad?
in Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are. Jim.
Stop, my button is gone. What is there?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
So now is this dark room here? No, we don't want to go to the exit, right? Jump circles, this map, free achievement. The button that says a name, merge, setting world champion. Temporary spin, opposite. Okay, we have epilogue, collectibles, infinite holds, and free achievement left. Let's go to free achievement. Will the lever receive your new achievement? No more step. Get it right now.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken.
No!
I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel. To at last
But I
satisfy
want
all the
that!
fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
If I click it really quick. Come on, give me the achievement. You promised me an achievement. Bitch, I'm out of here. Need my reassurance button.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Infinite hole. But I'm scared that it leads to an ending and I have to go back all the way. Settings World Champion. Down there, next to office decoration. Confused.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I'm confused about the setting thingy, so let's just check out this one. Infinite hole. That was a bad idea.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I do have the feeling we die.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever.
Just the two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Okay.
For you,
Nate, just for you.
teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Let's wait a bit, just in case. How long do we want to wait? I have to close the chinchilla door. I can't just let him go through. He said it's infinite. I want the infinite hole. So I assume nothing happens.
Great.
Go up.
I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I just hoped something would happen. Oh, he actually changed it to mostly infinite hole. Jump in again? I mean, I guess I can. Actually, why didn't I thought about it myself? It would have been the perfect tease.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that
Let's
you like holes
go!
too much. Not normal.
Geronimo!
It goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all. Not you. Oh, no. Oh. Did
Yeah.
it seem even shorter to you?
Oh.
I feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
That just makes no sense.
It's starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
No.
There it is.
Oh.
The shame of my lie has come to haunt. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth...
I should have let them finish.
Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
Are you
Take
kidding
care,
me?
Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of it.
Come back, mate! You bitch! What am I supposed to do now? Uh-oh. Nate! Nate! Either I'm shrinking or the hole is getting larger! Nate! Nate! Oh my god! Dum 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 da 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 dum. I don't like this one. Oh, this one is cool. I like this one. Ah, puppy! Let's go! I want to go back to the puppies! Puppies, okay.
Stanley? Stanley!
Nate!
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things,
I mean,
you'll
yes.
have many, many years here.
But I
in
hoped you would help me out.
Look forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Can we go back to sleeping? Oh, okay. Oh, it pops me back in here.
Here we are. Go on. Try out.
So I don't have to replay everything to get to this part. That's nice. Let's go to the collectibles. But tell me, would I have needed the jumps that I wasted or not?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up.
But I wanted it.
With your unremarkable life.
Yay! We have 1 out of 6. Now we need 5 more. It doesn't let me go back in.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Settings World Champion. I still look for the Settings World Champion. Map is so not helpful, like, at all. Could be a bit, like... There was nothing. So we have only, like, the setting thing and then we are done. We have done everything else. According to the map. But here is nothing. Are they literally talking about like this picture maybe? Or the store, I don't know. There's no way for me to access this, so it's scam. So scam. Hi, Newt. Not really. I think the narrator's bullying me right now more than everything else. Nope. That's what I was complaining about. All I have is a stupid cup saying player tiers with no jumps.
All right. Have you seen everything
Yeah.
you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Why is the access bar so many stairs? Nobody would like to go there. That's the exit. What's that?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
I hate them, especially the baby game.
Exactly, these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
I know, but they teased the baby game 2.0. The baby's completely grown up.
The Stanley Parable 2.
That does not make any sense.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement.
Hey, Ellen, welcome back.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
That works. I did not know that works.
Coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Oh no, I missed his epilogues.
Gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything
Fuck.
a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully.
Hey, Johnny.
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this
Cheers.
is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
It's actually kind of cool, not gonna lie. I can't wait to play Stanley Parable 2.
This is the story of a
Man named Stanley.
Stanley
Worked
worked
at
for
the company's big building with
where he was
employee number 427. Employee 427 job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Orders came
Time for him from a monitor desk. Telling me what to push, how long to push, and in what order.
This is
What employees 427 did every day or every month of the year.
And although others might have
Considered it soul rendering,
Stanley
he realized every moment that the orders came in as though it was exactly for the job. I've heard this opening now way too often.
and then
One day, something very peculiar happened. Stanley Parable 2! Let's go!
Quite forget. He had been at his desk.
I still have to go through the red door again.
Not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid.
Hey, you got your first dragon credit.
Time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and
Stepped out of his office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The bucket! Why is the bucket here? And why is here a thingy that stops me from going through? It's very annoying.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him.
Hey,
beckoning him to
stop.
pick it up. Why was he not doing it?
We have to pick up the button. I didn't want to pick it up anyway. Just trying to see what's going on.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Like I said, I still want to go through the red door.
He wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
And here we are in the old Stanley Parable.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired yet.
I don't care about the bucket. I want to go through the red door.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your
I have to know if there's another ending there.
The fact is that the story has been
If I go out of the order, then I won't be able to find
There's someone you've been
all the endings.
someone you forgot. What? Really?
I shouldn't even have visited the new content.
Consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
Look, sis.
let me prove that I'm on your side.
Are you kidding me?
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I mean, the good thing is we never really went far away.
This is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I mean, for once I will follow you right away.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices.
So which door do we want to go this time?
Somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop.
That's the same door if we go left.
We would both be so much
I
happier
think?
if we
No, I
just
don't know.
stopped. And
Okay.
I think I have a solution.
We go the left door
Let me show you.
from where we had stopped. Yeah, but we don't know in which iteration we are.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this plate. No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I jump so often till he pleads to go back into the room. Then I will look if there's something new in the other room.
Let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No! Oh, thank God.
And he became slow AF.
Worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
I think I have to jump the second time.
No, what are you doing, Stanley?
I hope.
Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley? let's go back to the other room.
That's what I was waiting for. Okay. Oh, there's a picture. Look. Happy girl.
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Yeah, but it's the same, so I'm not really interested in it. And I'm pretty sure Elle would warn me if there's actually an ending behind there. I mean, I can wait one cycle, I guess. I don't know if I want to know. That's the problem. Sometimes you're dropping hints and I'm like, no, don't tell me in my head. And the other times I'm like, well, will there something happen or not? Wait, the stars disappeared. Never mind. Stars are back. Okay, I would say then doesn't happen anything. RL? Tell me the truth. Nothing will happen, okay. It's beautiful, but I might look. I mean, I'm not really using a screensaver, but maybe I will make a screenshot or so and put it as my background.
Is this really how much you dislike my game?
Yes, I hate your game,
From this platform over
especially since you implemented the stupid bucket.
to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yes, you do.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess
Now, RL, I will jump off the staircase, RL.
after all. Well, this one is yours.
If I have to do this ever again. Especially without save files, and you have to be active. Like, the thing is, I have played a game like this, similar to this button game, but you had to be AFK for 8 hours, and that was already pain. Because I got kicked every couple of hours.
I'm going back.
Luckily, it got saved, so it wasn't that bad. But it took me an entire 24 hours to get the 8 hours.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
I do not care about this bucket. I just want to find all the things.
Stanley would never pick up the bucket. A lonely bucket, lonely and miserable and Stanley-less. Such a sad fate for a bucket.
I don't fucking care about your bucket. All I want to do is getting all the endings.
Into a set of 2 open doors
And finally finishing like this route.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, head to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Did we do this? Can I press the button from somewhere else? I want to troll the game. Does not let me troll him. Wanna send the elevator down. Wait, maybe. Could you please just let me up this bucket without letting me going down? I mean, there was a secret ending with the other elevator, so... No! I don't want to go down there!
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about.
Just wanted to break the button.
Now, in order to get back, he needed to go,
What would I have shown you? If that worked. I know, I'm already on it. I just wanna bully him sending the fucking elevator down. I don't wanna go down there myself.
Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
So, wait, are you telling me there is something?
Stanley, pick up the bucket.
Nope. I'm not picking up the bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it.
Then I will try again.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance
You say there is something.
head to the opposite door and got back on track.
No! Are you sure that there is something?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I thought you meant you just never seen it. Well.
When Stanley came to
It seems I can't bully the dude there.
to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, in a way he had never known before.
That's new.
Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly
I will find another way.
madly love.
No, I just love bullying you.
But eager to get back to
No,
business,
it's
Stanley
just
took the first
idiot.
door on his left.
Why did he start talking the second I went out?
Detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Damn, he's not letting me. There will be a reward for finding. There will be a reward. What the? Upstairs, I have a Peter Cook's office with center energy transfer retrieval. There are no many questions. There was no memo from management. How could you tell you on spot what makes them float in there? Who took these pictures? quickly. It's hard to find follow clues provided by employer 416. We can do it. Red room. What red room? Wait, what is red room? I mean, I got the one in red room. Can I get another hint? Maybe we are the collectibles. Boom. It may concern a man to pick up sound unit, a regular office ambient, local audio source using an array of cardioid microphones, as directional mic, a microphone which picks sound from a particular area. Slices of the records allow me to triangle the source of the strange noise. Data show that it's unlikely it is coming from a dark area behind a very warm place. It's also picked up what looks like to be reverberance of a porcelain surface. Any idea what this? Wouldn't you like to know? Surface of levitation? Yes, the frick up. Weird thing. What do they want? Should we employers, interns, why floating? How many? 6. Minus 151. More if sold together. Obviously. Got one in cargo room. A bridge. We need contracts for finding them. What we forgot, what we know, what we don't know yet. Why wouldn't they just tell us something would happen? This investigation this room, they feel pointless. So there's one in the cargo and one in the red room. I mean, I assume the red room is the red door, which would mean we would have found that one already. Oh, no, the cargo area was where we were just, right? I mean, I can have a look at the behind the elevator area. Didn't check that area out. Clue. Please do not leave the office before reporting back. You know, family communication or grid not doing time. Thank you. Help. Help find. Help. Am I posted? I don't know. Stop killing yourself. I want them so much. I want to go home. Nice. Will be cleaning of this wall required. Oh, there's a... Thank you. There's a mission status. A large room, lots of boxes. Stairs, something to do with stairs. Nearby fireplace. Private but smelly place for an important person. That could be a toilet for like the boss, the last one, but the other ones I'm not sure. Room full of boxes could be the area we were just in. I might have another look there. But stairs are like everywhere. Let's see, I plan to follow of access past. Look, red and blue. That's where we found one, and there's a fireplace. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. Retrieve Chris remains from warehouse floor. Oh no! Did Chris fall down there? New structure sound bridge. Oh no. So Chris is not in the broom closet anymore? Poor Chris. Well, here we have stairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That looks like a red room.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini Stanley?
That was easy.
Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that.
I played too many open world games.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
I just remembered that
maybe I am
I couldn't went down there after breaking the game, so down there has to be a split path.
None of it made made
Because he wouldn't let me go on any split
As
paths.
Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he
Oh,
walked down?
true.
Why did doors close automatically behind
Good
him?
question.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
I'm not sure if it will skip stuff if I continue.
It had been on the tip of his tongue. He
Okay, just
couldn't find
continue.
words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Wait.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
Oh no.
While he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
There's literally nothing else I can do.
He's as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
Okay.
This was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want.
But does he really has a wife?
Exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am
Okay. And then he opened his eyes. And we're back here. AB 1112.
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real.
Okay, I do not like this, okay? Let's take 5, okay? No, I hate this. I hate this. I hate...
Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
I hate chase sequences. Like... more.
The story of a woman
What?
named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man
No!
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die.
She considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wow. I'm surprised that he survived so long.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley
Oh.
decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in,
That's
that he would
new.
never leave it again in his life.
Why are all these PCs are on? This new bugged out message.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
I guess we are done there. We can actually walk for once this way.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I mean, this could also be a red room. Use the bathroom.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines. And
I'm too
torn
good.
between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisps. Extreme bathrooms and time. And this is also a red room. An elevator. I can go up or down. Let's go down. Stanley. It's a long ride. Where are we going? Nate is standing here at the moment, seemingly. Go quicker! Oh! Huh? No, we are back where we... No! Are we back where we were? I pressed down! You should go down! I'm confused. Don't tell me that it's like not an elevator. It doesn't lead anywhere. Don't tell me that. I wasted so much time in there. Ooh, I found the third input. Okay, so 2 in that room, 1 here. I need to find 2 more.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
The office looks different than the last time.
Behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Close to a fire, they said. I mean, here's a fireplace. But the fire is not on.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Let's continue and keep that one in mind. Is that 2, 4,
2845.
fuck. 2. Okay, let me just like type it in a couple of times wrong.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Boring. In here. I think I hear it. How could I get up there, I wonder? Oh, there it is.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler Anlarines. Very soon,
What?
you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none.
That's way too easy.
Now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anlarines. None of us can.
Could you please choose like any other name? Like any? Okay, I'm confused how we could get up there, but maybe we will figure it out being onboard. Another elevator.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Wow. That scared the crap out of me. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
Mind control
mind control facility.
or escape. I mean,
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
okay, I can live with that. They can bully you, narrator. I can live with this.
The was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Okay.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was
Oh no!
closer to his death, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this
Is there no way to leave this?
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh no!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator.
Wait,
as
another
Stanley
narrator?
stared helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In
What?
a single visceral instant,
Play,
Stanley
great.
was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Sister. He said sayonara.
Just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What the kids are. Wasn't a good time. Two doors. The doors was Stanley Parabel. Game merged from snippet. An expiration of the contraction imposed. Fluid shows office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley doors was the first part of the game that has been added and altered through development. So the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Office. The doors 1 to 3. Button sounds. A section of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and synthesized tone. I've never heard any of these. Of this computer, so I'll shut them off. Filing cabinet. Based on the work of Stanley Parabel 13. Credits. Office clock. Boss office. In some development of the boss office. But I'm so scared I miss anything out here. Sound. The ground. Narrator outtake.
Where were all of his co-workers?
From anti-games.
I don't know how.
Roughly sued several times over the 2 years of development.
For all his button
Quality.
Does that sound
Using to find the game. Jumped in the river? Okay, I'm missing out on stuff here. Freedom ending. Game's over. Countdown desk. Freedom ending. Freedom end as it exists in beta. Monitor room elevator. Down with freedom above and countdown dependencies. Was up and was down. Place the endings together instead. Countdown room. Never seen. I'm getting so much spoiled here, dudes. Standing model. And chain. I've never seen the standing either. Standing levers. But the mention of another part of the game is no paused. Escape menu. Long time we had endings only ended when the from the escape menu. Oh, yeah. I agree. Trailers. First one release that features CS Bergman's voice of narrator. In a new version. Stanley Parabel. I want to see everything, but I don't want to look at too much in the details because I don't want to get spoiled too much. Meeting room. Vent. Okay. There's a vent now? Oh, oh no, so this was like, okay. I was like, eh, there's no two things. Apartment. I'm on one side so completely lost and on the other. So scared that I spoil myself. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. For an iteration of Stanley's office. Wait, I was here already. This looks different. Let's go in here. Okay, that looks right.
Look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not.
Yeah.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever.
So, should we follow her or not? Should we quit the game or not? Now, if I quit the game and it's not the ending,
Choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
No, I would not excuse you of giving in. I was asking for opinions. I decided for myself. Now the question, I would have to replay this and do this other thing again. Ugh. So much work to do.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
But first I want to check these PCs real quick. there's anything new. Not really. So I guess we end here now, because it's 11. I have...
When Stanley came to a set of
I mean,
tools and
sure.
bolts, he entered the door on his left.
I want to check out one more thing very quick,
To the meeting room,
and then I
Stanley knew it
go
perfectly.
to bed.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too
That's awesome.
like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little.
What?
This made him smile.
What?
Last, proof that he was human.
What?
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Now I have to check if there's a collectible behind that door before I forget it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think
Wait!
we've gotten off on
Wait,
the wrong foot.
there!
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in
How do
someone
we
else
get
is difficult,
there?
but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for
How do I get there? A vent? But how do I get down there? How do I get down there? Break.
Stanley, your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back in.
Break. I have to remember that. I have to find a way, but I have not seen a vent the entire time.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Yeah, I need the short ending. Ah, wait, I can't just like exit. Oh god. Well, guys,
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
wait, that's new.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Okay, it's not different. I just didn't pay attention the last time.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
But I realized I can't just end it here. Haha, you don't have to go through it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching again. I have no clue how we get to the Stanley figurine we saw. I haven't seen an event at all. We already did this ending, RL. It was the second ending I got. Or the third ending. Can end here at this point. Because I have to go to bed. I'm very sorry. What's up, No Gamer? Thanks for joining, first of all. And we're just ending stream. But you can join tomorrow if you want. Thanks, Stanley Parabel, as you see. And we have still quite a few endings. By the way, how many endings do I miss at this point? Because there's not that much of Office anymore. Just realized. That is how many are left, I guess. Okay. Damn. That's a lot. Well, I guess we're going back to it tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.